the heavier version of it.
Hello.
Is it good? Isn't it good to be back on the Wednesdays? I felt weird doing it on a Thursday last week. Not gonna lie to you.
I know. I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
No. We'll just before we do kick on, I got an excellent message just then that I want to quickly shout out. One of our good friends, Mr. Harrison Greenland, reminded me to borrow my brother's bib for the dribbling that we're about to do tonight.
Well, look, we are very good at dribbling, so bibs should almost be necessary for our podcast.
Bib should be, and it was good when I had the beard because the dribble would just get caught.
Yeah, I don't have the luxury. This is the best my beard gets.
No, I was babyface last night. I shaved and I woke up with a moustache.
Really?
No.
I was going to say that is absurd, but I wouldn't be surprised.
No, but I would say I did spend about 15 minutes trimming my moustache. I'm hoping it's even if it's not even. I do not want to hear a word about it because it's makes me incredibly insecure.
I shaved my mustache for the first time in 25 years 3 weeks ago, and this is all I've got.
Yeah, this is like dead ass, like 2 weeks.
Wow.
If I'm being honest, I just can't be fuck shaving. It's like the most inconvenient thing. Hence why my chest looks like a jungle.
Well, look, body shaving, I feel like comes under a different class because that's just a gigantic fuck around.
Well,
I can't speak from experience. I can only speak about facial and nether regions, and that's it.
Well, there's 3 options for body hair. You either go buy yourself some wax strips and let your auntie do it on her dining room floor.
Mm-hmm.
You spend $80 to get some very good-looking beautician to do it, and you pretend like it doesn't hurt, but you're crying on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Or you buy some Nair cream and you lather that shit on like there's no tomorrow and hope it doesn't touch your dick or your ass.
Nair sounds like I've used Nair once on my legs, and
I use Nair
pretty well.
About once a month for like 2 years. It stinks, but it smells so bad.
It does stink because it's burning your hair, eh?
Yeah, and I did it in an apartment, and it just stunk out the apartment. It's not there for 3 days. It was one of those apartments for the family, not just the apartment for myself.
Oh, no. You ruined it for everyone.
Fuck everyone. This is about me, not them.
You can't go out with a hairy ass chest, mate.
No, you can't. But straight on to business, mate. Mm. Paint the picture of what you're doing at approximately 3:30 p.m. on Sunday afternoon.
3:30 p.m. on the Sunday that has just been.
Yeah, Sunday that just happened.
Okay, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. I was watching only one of Australia's greatest ever, not only athlete, but people produced, regain his long-lost featherweight UFC belt.
I was also doing that with a household full of people. It got to a stage where I had to stand at the kitchen bench and watch from afar because my anxiety was sky high.
Well, look, the fight went the distance. It was 25 minutes of pure anxiety, pain. What's another word that describes that? Anguish probably doesn't work, but it sounds right. You messaged me. I'm going to
throw fear into there as well.
Fear. Yep. You messaged me, I believe, after the 4th round or 3rd round. You said Volk 3-0, to which I promptly responded, I'm not saying a word because I did not want to jinx anything.
Shut your fucking mouth, Jack. I think it may have been the word you used.
Yeah, look, probably. I was too nervous to say anything or do anything that might alter the way that fight was going. We've been burnt twice in a row, mate. I did not want a third.
No, I remember my sphincter getting its tightest about 20 seconds left in the second round, where Volk went for a micro sleep because it gets tiring in there. He just had a micro sleep. He woke up. And then when Diego the dog tried to blind him with a really nice punch to the face. Oh, here we go. I've been waiting for this. First comment every day, every stream for the last month. We appreciate it.
I'm glad he's consistent.
He is. He asked me tonight. He made sure we were streaming tonight. He wanted to make sure he was at the right time and right place. And punctuality is what we live for here.
Exactly.
But back onto it.
I'm just gonna skip forward for a second before we skip back to talking about Volk. Yes, he does have a head made of steel. So actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna leave it until we get to this point because I do have some explaining to do. But back to Volk. I think not only yours, but I think Australia as a whole's. If Australia had a sphincter, it tightened at that exact moment that you were just talking about.
I do. I think the way I'm going to explain it is the second we all heard 49-46, our sphincters all untightened and a nice passing sigh of relief came out of our arse cheeks.
Well, look, if I was sitting on the toilet, no matter if I needed to pass a bodily function or not bodily function, if I needed to pass something or not, if I was sitting on the toilet at that time, something would have come out. It's almost like, it's almost like that 49-46 was just a muscle relaxant for Australia as a whole.
Yeah, which you heard 48-47 and you're like, is there a world where they gave him another round? Because rounds 1 and 3 were pretty fucking clear cut to Volk.
Yeah.
To be honest, I gave round 2 to Volk too because Diego didn't fuck all for the first 4 minutes and 48 seconds of the round.
Yeah, exactly.
Round 4 he only won because Volk was blinded.
Round 5 was
I gave the Volk.
Clear cut Volk one, I thought.
Well, the rounds were interesting.
Way more active in that round.
Because Volk's round went, mate, it's 2, you got to win this fucking 5th.
Yeah.
And Diego's round went, corner went, knock this little midget fuck out, please.
Which, as a spectator of a fighter to which you enjoy, it's in the back of your mind, and it's the scariest thing that can happen in UFC. When you know that the other person is going to come out and go for the finish, like they're going to throw all their eggs in that basket. It's always scary, but Volk's just too good. He's too good.
Do you think Volk is too nice to take advantage of the little itch that Diego Lopez has on his throat? Because I was thinking I would time the scratch and throw the biggest hook.
Look, personally, I don't think I would say Volk is too nice for that. I think he's going to do that's fair game to counter something. To
he goes like that. He's ready. The second you see that,
yeah,
you go fucking bang.
Yeah, well, look, maybe Volk didn't see it, and that's what I would probably assume because I don't think he would. I don't think that even comes under I guess, sport etiquette rules. Because, you're in a fight. I don't think it's probably not that easy.
Well, Luke, that's why you went 4-0 as an amateur and Volk's the featherweight champion of the world. Because he does find it that easy, sir. I'm sorry, that was really rude. Luke had his OG Alexander the Great Volkanovski shirt on. Yep. It was beautiful. It's got the real Greco-Roman kind of style. Oh, it's class.
That's
cool. It was either that he was going to wear his Ultimate Fighter Volk singlet that he has, which is also just class.
Yeah. Well,
but I will say, in the aftermath of it, I have now bought 2 more Volk shirts.
I've been told by you each time you've bought one, and each shirt progressively gets cooler.
The adversity is a privilege. Oh,
that's a really fucking cool one.
I
That's
think I
one
have
of
to
the
get that
most
tattooed on me
badass.
somewhere.
That is so badass, that quote.
Like, do I get it tattooed somewhere? Maybe on my ribs, I'll get adversity is privilege down my ribs.
Yep.
It would hurt, but
Would hurt, but you know what? Adversity is a privilege, mate.
yeah, adversity, yeah. Well,
But
apparently, the rumor mill that Volk potentially broke his hand in the first round.
because when I saw a post-match video, you know, the UFC posts like him back, like in the back, and like going to handshake all these people there. He went up, and Izzy was there, and Izzy, I think it was the one with Izzy, could have been Joe Rogan, but anyway, he went up and he's like, "I'll shake with his hand," because he's like, "I hurt this one," and he just used his left hand or something.
It kind of cuddled into Izzy, and it looks so cute because Volk's so small and Izzy is so large.
Yeah,
it was like Atticus trying to hug me.
There's something so endearing about their friendship. I don't know what it is.
Volk's just a wholesome-looking person.
Yeah.
He's got that Benjamin Button vibe just because he's so small. He looks so old.
he's sort of like, actually, I hate to say this about Volk, but he's kind of the perfect resemblance of a hobbit.
He is. I reckon he would be an extra in the new Lord of the Rings movie.
Can someone tee that up? If you were having
a
Lord of the Rings, if you were making a new Lord of the Rings movie, there is no way that you're not putting Volk somewhere in there.
Yeah, hear me out. Direct the time. A piss take version of Lord of the Rings.
Mm.
And all the hobbits are walking into little bars they have, and they open it up, and it's Volk with fucking pointy ears, head kicking some cunt into next week in a little cage in the bar.
And they have like Hobbit fight nights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. That sounds awesome.
Show me the most money. We were not up to that, Hayden. Calm down, mate.
We're not up to that. And look, we're probably going to skip over that. I don't think that was a really important part of this weekend, if I'm being completely honest. So, you know what?
It was beautiful what Volk did because, for us at least, I was so depressed on Saturday night. Hayden, Brody, the boys can all attest to it. And then I was just so happy as soon as they hit Sunday afternoon. I was giddy.
All right, so...
They started calling me Josh because of how I was feeling. Haha, boom, boom.
Right. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, one of the elephants in the room. This is what I was getting to before. So obviously we'll get to the footy, but we'll get to the first game of footy. But the Titans versus the Dragons on the 11th of April at whatever fucking time it was.
6 p.m.
I watched 45 minutes of that game. I've never been so enraged in my entire life watching a rugby league game. 5 minutes in the second half, I turned it off and proceeded. I couldn't bring myself to watch rugby league again for the rest of the weekend. I watched the Para game and that's it. So
that was a bad game to come back to.
It was a bad game to come back to, but you know what? I show support for my friends. I'm there when it matters. And with that being said, I have quite literally written 3 games in 10 words or less, because you know what? If I'm not one thing, mate, it's a lie. I'm not lying to I'm not going to lie or sort of fake to our committed podcast listeners. I only watched 3 games of rugby league, so I've only done 3 games of that.
That is okay. I have done all 8 because there's headlines everywhere. So,
yes, there are. Yeah, I could have probably given one for the Tigers, but you know what?
All right, so before we completely move on, Volk, from the bottom of our hearts, we both love you. We are so happy that you are back. I think all of Australia can agree when we said that we have suppressed. And the last fight that we remember watching prior to this was Volk Yair. I don't remember anything happening before. I remember an extra long layoff.
That was, so this was his first fight in, what was it, 3 years?
3 years, yeah.
Three, yeah. Look, after a long 3-year layoff, like, it's just crazy Volk came back so sharp and hungry, I guess. To defend.
Which is funny how he could be hungry when cooking with Volk, it's kicking off so much.
I know. Look, Volk's out there. He's not even just cooking. He's catching his food now. He's living
Those
off
smash
the
burgers
land.
he's making, holy shit, they look good.
Oh, they look amazing. But look, Volk's living off the land. He's gone a step above cooking with Volk. He's catching and eating his food, which is good for him. I don't know where. I don't know is he still living in Australia?
Yeah, he moved to a farm. He's still in. I think he's still in. If Luke is still listening, I think he's still in the area because he still trains at freestyle.
Copy, of course.
So he couldn't. It can't have been too far away.
Well, look, 3 years is a long time for a layoff, and it was just awesome to see Volk come back as good as ever and yet again defend his featherweight title.
Done.
So what's that?
Alrighty.
How
many 7 now?
Seven straight defenses. Wow, that's freaking insane. He's got to be up there in the GOAT talk now.
Well, what's Holloway 3 times? Ortega, Zombie, Yair, Lopez.
Well,
yeah,
I feel like there was someone. That was it, isn't it?
Yeah.
I thought he fought someone else.
And he had that Islam fight that was super close that he got robbed by.
Oh, that one that he won. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be very honest with you because we are people who don't lie. I forgot to write down my 10 words or less, but I'm one, if not someone who can adapt, so I'm ready to rock and roll when you are, mate.
Yeah, okay. Well, look, like I said, I've got 3 for the first game, the second game, and your game. So, and I'm not thinking of. I honestly, my brain is mentally exhausted from rugby league after this weekend. Just from talking about this week's games, I don't even want to. So I'm going to do my 3. I'm going to do my 3.
We'll go one by one and see if you can think of something off the top of your head. So you go first. Go for your
My first
Panthers,
one for the
Dolphins.
Dolphins Panthers was the Panthers achieved the 5-peat.
I like it.
Yeah.
I've gone. The grass isn't always greener on the other side, Blaze.
Yep. This game I just said, get me a new team. And that's it.
I've gone Dragons halves don't have to worry about footy when everyone else wins it for them.
Oh, yeah.
Next one, I did super simple, so I'll give you a second. I've gone Billy, I love you so much, Billy, not you, Walters.
That's a good one. That actually is a really good one.
But shout out to the 6-year-old girl who had a hand-drawn poster shouting out Billy Walters. I loved it. She was awesome.
That's pretty cool. And probably his number one and only fan.
I reckon Kevy paid her $20 to write it.
It's Billy's niece. That's what it is.
Yeah. He jumped on the field and went, "Go, Billy. Just do your best, Billy." And then he got fucking crunched. I was like, oh, no, this poor girl. This is why you don't have hopes and dreams, kids. They get destroyed.
Right. The Sharks and Eagles. What do you have for that, mate?
You didn't do a. You don't want to. Oh, you did actually.
I didn't do the Broncos and Roosters. I'm not kidding. I literally don't have any idea what happened.
I'm gonna go. Cooper says Manly only scored because Sharks let them.
That's a fair call. Interesting from a premiership heavyweight.
They threw 2 or 3 intercepts, I think.
Did they really?
Yeah, I'm very confident they did.
Wow. Right, Cowboys and Rabbitohs. I heard there was a bad call in this game. Jack White and hip drop that wasn't a hip drop or something.
Yeah. Jackson Purdue, new Origin Center.
I've heard people throwing that around. Quite weird, but like he's a gun, but is he Origin ready yet? I don't know. And as a center, he's pretty small.
He's not a center, but that's that's his third best position.
No, I know. So why would Origin center is an interesting call.
Yeah, especially who you want to have him up against, Critter or Trell.
Yeah. Let me see. None of them. Like fucking hell.
Raiders Eels. There's gonna be a bit more than 10 words, but just bear with me.
I'll say mine first.
Yeah, I was gonna make sure I get all my names right.
Mine was so creative. Mine was get Jack a new team.
Mine is fuck Tarpany, fuck Horsburgh, fuck both Seans, fuck Darwin, fuck Parramatta. I hate rugby league.
Oh my god!
That is the saltiest I've been as a Parramatta fan in so long.
How
and I got to work, and the Raiders boys at work did the whole. You watched the footy on Saturday, Jack? Pretty good viewing, wasn't it? Get fucked! Don't talk to me.
You and I seem to have this. Well, it's not like us, but us and our teams and our undying love for them seem to always find us in the exact same state of mind each week. We'll either like both be all right, or we'll both be like, I quite literally have never been so angry after a game of rugby league in my life.
But it's like we both can't be happy. Like Parramatta can go out and beat the Dragons, but then the gods say, "Nah, fuck you, Gold Coast."
Yeah. Yeah. They just, I don't know. The thing is for Para. We'll finish these.
Yeah.
Did you watch the Melbourne Warriors game?
Not a slick of it. I watched the highlights, so I'm going to go, just give Melbourne the fucking premiership now.
Yeah, they are absolutely cracked. It's ridiculous. If, like, from everything that we have seen so far, if their spine is healthy, they are literally unbeatable.
Oh, they're just so good. It makes me feel a bit better about how shit we played against them.
You've got an excuse now.
I've gotten out. There was no Moses.
Yeah, exactly.
Final game. So Tigers Knights. I've gone. Glad you had a good last game in Orange, Lockie.
Yeah, that's a fair call.
It's almost a perfect segue into the next topic.
Right. Yeah. So this is the real elephant in the room. So I believe it was 2 days ago. It was announced that.
Reports came out Monday, Arvo, that he was getting a well, we all knew he was testing the market, but I think Tigers kind of it seems a bit silly to me because from what I heard, he was always testing the market. And then the Tigers have jumped the gun a bit and gone, here's a contract extension. Do you want to sign it? And he's gone, no, I'm testing the market. And then bada bing, bada boom, Tigers released a statement saying Lockie Yav will no longer be at our club.
Well, I think there's actually, this is everything that we say is alleged to all of whoever listens to this. It's alleged. And also, you never know what, alleged. Like, both sides, the club manager, the player manager, the player, and the club, you're going to hear different extremes from one another, right? So you kind of got to find a happy place in the middle. But from what I've heard, the Tigers offered him this deal, the $5 million, 5-year, $5 million deal. And I don't know if it was Lockie as well, but I'm assuming he would have something to do with it. Like, he would have to. Him and the manager him and his team pretty much said they won't even look at the deal.
Yeah.
So, in my opinion, if that is actually the case, I don't blame the Tigers for what they did.
No, I don't. But it's a tricky one because we all know Isaac Moses as a grade A piece of shit human.
Well,
but
yeah.
On the side of that, his one trait is he gets good halves to Parramatta.
Well, he does. And that is one humongous bonus out of this situation for you and any other Parramatta fan. It's just like, and this is, there's a lot to talk about this. Like, well, I'll first talk about the Galvin, where he might land. So it's looking like Para is probably the most likely option. Like, if you're completely unbiased in this situation, right? Would you say, even with Moses back, that Para are in a better position than the Tigers?
Oh, full strength?
Both full strength.
It's so hard.
I thought about this last night, and I think it's actually a lot harder to decide that than it was last.
if I asked you leading into this season, so
leading into this season, I would 100% say yes. You were?
it's just tough because we haven't had a full strength team yet this year.
Yeah.
You take Lockie Galvin out, who knows? Like, you replace him with Dewey and you give us Galvin.
Mm.
Look, probably Tigers are in a better spot at the moment.
Yeah.
But I
my
can
biggest
see...
thing... no, go on. Finish what you were saying.
The things that concern me about the Tigers are all... are still like... are all because of what's happened.
Yeah. But, like... And look, what Luke just said, this is my main issue, is that I feel like they're like, I know you're not full strength, you're missing Moses, but I honestly feel like their team is actually trending up way more than yous are.
Yeah, like,
I mean, that's easy to say because of the results and stuff. But
no, but like simply like their forward pack is absolutely ravaging right now.
Yeah. And like their depth seems to be a lot better than yours at the moment and stuff. As it should be, they have like one of the biggest breeding grounds in rugby league, but they seem to lose them all the time.
It's wild to think that I saw our top 30 and went, holy shit, we've got some good depth.
Yeah.
But we're having to use our depth to play first grade because the people I thought we playing first grade are playing like fucking losers.
Yeah. And that's the interesting thing about both the teams at the moment. It feels like they're sort of like it's sort of like the opposite is happening at the Tigers.
Yeah, I think the whole Galvin situation has nothing to do with the roster. He's been asking for a release for the last 18 months now. He obviously doesn't get along with Benji. B, doesn't agree with the play style they want to play. I don't think he gets along with Luai. I feel like Luai could be a very difficult person to get along with.
Yeah.
I will say, incoming rant here, the fact that Benji was going to name Galvin and then allowed him to get persuaded and drop him because of what a couple of the boys said is fucking piss weak. You've just lost the whole locker room because you don't have a set to fucking make decisions on your own. I can live with Luai's post. The fact that Taruva wants to go, he's leaving for the money after the useless fuck left 6 months ago for the fucking money. Yeah. Like Taruva. I'm calling you out right now. Celebrity boxing match, me and you.
That is like,
let's do it. I'm down.
The shot from Taruva is a fucking load of shit, really. Like
it's stupid. Make yourself look it's like such an unnecessary thing to do.
And like you said, if I'm being completely honest, Luai's doesn't worry me. And also I actually don't mind that one. But
do you know what the thing is?
I don't mind Luai's as a standalone. Before I found out that him and Appy and all that went and whinged to Benji saying they don't want him to play. I understand where they're coming from. I still don't think that Benji should have dropped him.
I don't think Taruva's good enough at rugby league and in good enough of position to be able to post that.
No, but where it gets a bit weird is the fact that the people that are good enough at rugby league to be able to post that wouldn't post it.
But like that's the thing, Kane's right. Like there's that as well. Like there's Luai can take a step back to let Galvin play his game. And Galvin's can Galvin adapt to that Will Brown pop up when needed kind of style?
Well, I know. And like exactly what Kane said is what I've been thinking. Is that like he's leaving a team that, first of all, he probably wouldn't have even played a single NRL game yet at most other clubs, or arguably any, because like it's a big risk, especially as Benji in his first year of coaching to debut him, and he's killed it. And him being able to play that many NRL games and actually perform well is the reason he's getting these big offers. Secondly, he's And yeah, exactly what Kane said. He's literally he's being allowed to play exactly how he wants to. Like that's it. If you had never seen Galvin play and he debuted like coming off the bench, this is the play style that he wants. You just know that's the type of player he is. He wants the ball in his hands all the time. Luai's taken a step back. Like Luai, I think Luai could be doing a lot more for the Tigers right now, but I don't think I think they're still sort of obviously it's not going to work. I think they were still sort of gelling with each other. Or probably wasn't happening, but like Luai had obviously taken a step back from the team.
Yeah, but it could get to the stage where, well, because at the moment you probably say the Tigers dynamic is 1A, 1B almost, where it's going to be clear cut 1 and 2. But all that limelight on Moses, like everyone's watching him, could unlock Galvin a little bit more.
Yeah.
Like,
I have no idea what's going to happen with whatever team he goes to. I just was like thinking a lot of like, I think there's when I've heard Galvin talk, he is so adamant he wants to win a premiership, right? Like he's so I've heard him say it on several occasions. I just think if that is actually true, if that's his main goal, which I'm assuming it would be, would he go to Para for that?
Why the fuck would you go to Parramatta with a premiership?
And that's what I'm saying. I think Para are getting a lot of. I think there's another club that's already offered him big money.
Well, they can't offer him money till November.
No. But you can pretty much you can. I guarantee that happens all the time.
But yeah, we're getting to a stage where like $1 million. He looks at $1 million, thinks that's not that much of an offer because Brown's offer has skewed everyone.
Like, but when this isn't necessarily Galvin looking at that saying it's not enough. It's his manager saying you can get more than that. And
yeah,
but like if you look, he's 20 years old. Why would you not go for more money? Like you're 20 years old. Why would you not go and earn $6 million by the time you're 24? Like that's just crazy.
Like what's going to happen is he's going to probably sit in reserve grade the rest of the year. Like unless we can do some wheeling and dealing and get him early, I don't know how it's going to happen. Someone's going to sign him. Let's say for more reports, let's say Parramatta sign him. We get him next year. He gets an early release. There's a chance that shit goes south. We go, oi, Newcastle want Dill. They go, sure, we need to offload someone. Knights go, oi, Tigers want Kai Pierce-Paul. They go, fuck yeah. And then we take Galvin. And that happens within a month.
Yeah. Well,
am I happy that we're paying another super young half on potential? No. We've done that.
Yeah.
Didn't necessarily work, but I am confident that Galvin's got the intangibles that he can develop a bit more than Brown has.
Okay. This has nothing to do with I completely disagree with all the stick that Dylan Brown's been getting this year. I personally think as a rugby league player that Galvin is a better 6 than Dylan Brown. So, I think he is. I probably think he is.
I think he's better at standing up in the bigger moments. I think Brown's happy to coast.
Yeah.
Whereas I think Galvin wants the moments. Whereas I think Brown
I think that they sort of have this like. I think Dylan Brown's a bit more dynamic in certain situations, but I think they're very similar players. In terms of like they're sort of big bodies, good defensively. But look, I don't know. I think Galvin has way more potential at this point in time. And his age is crazy. Like
I don't know. 19-year-old Dylan Brown was making some fucking waves when we were making prelims.
Yeah. I think the fact that Galvin's done it at the Tigers as well, I don't know. I believe he's probably got more potential, and it'd be interesting to see if that happens at Para. Like, what other clubs would need him? Like, there's the Roosters. I think that's a friggin' almost a terrible pairing, Sam Walker and Galvin. It's like the same. That's like Or would it? Nah, I don't think it would work.
My
Sam
comments
Walker.
section is being blocked by the help button, and I can't get rid of it, and it's driving me insane right now. The help on the bottom right. I think Galvin will play. I don't know what it says after that. Oh, will we play a swap?
Swap.
Okay.
Doggies.
We need people to start writing really small messages because the help thing's covering it. He won't go to the dogs.
Well, I feel like the doggies are like looking they're thinking premiership in the next 4
I don't
years.
think Galvin's a 7 yet.
No, he's not a 7. No way.
But I don't think Burton's a 7.
No, that's why I don't think the doggies will get him anyway. That's what I mean. They don't. I don't think they're looking to develop a young player into a halfback. I think they're looking.
No, they're in a win now.
Yeah,
I could see them going after DCE.
Yeah, so could I. I think it'd be actually quite a cool spot for DCE
because
to land.
Manly have come out and said they would rather a 39,000-year-old Jamal Fogarty instead. David, I like your mindset, mate, but they're not moving one of the top sixes in the game to center and the best center to fullback. That's just too much rearranging. Yeah, and Kane's right again.
That's exactly right.
I like Kane on our stream. He gives us good insights.
Yeah, I think I heard. That's like I think I heard.
Yeah.
Guru and Bloke in a Bar like pretty much saying the same thing. They were saying like, yeah, he's been at the Tigers where they've been a wooden spoon team for the past 3 years. He's literally had no expectation on him.
Yeah. Do you know what comes? Do you know what this scarily could remind me of? Young man by the name of Ashley Taylor, young prodigy, got the $1 million. There was no pressure on him prior to. Comes to a struggling club, all the pressure jumps on there.
Look, a lot of other stuff also went with that. I won't get into it, but it's almost exactly the same situation. Ash Taylor was the rookie of the year at the Broncos. We're like, oh, rookie of the year, let's throw $1 million at him.
Yeah,
Lockie Galvin would have been the rookie of the year aside from a stupid suspension rule that they do in Dally M's, but like he could arguably have been the 5/8 of the year last year. He had that good of a season, and
it's easy to play good footy when no one's watching.
Exactly.
And then you go to one of the most toxic rugby league fan bases in Parramatta who boo their own players with $1 million price tag put on, filling the shoes of Dylan Brown, which in fairness are pretty large shoes. Like all the shit Brown's copped all year. He's a demon footy player.
He is. And
they're expecting him to slide in and kill it straight away and bring us back to where we need to be.
And look, as soon as that, if that doesn't go to plan, the noise is exponentially loud. And
how many halfbacks have shunned under the pressure? Brooksy was the next Joey Johns when he debuted.
Yeah. And like a lot
Jared Mullen was the next Joey Johns when he debuted.
That and like everyone that has ever received that title says it's like the worst thing that happened to them.
Every halfback who came to Parramatta was the next Sterlo.
Yeah.
Jamal Fogarty was a Parramatta player once.
That's freaking crazy to think about.
And he couldn't even make out. He was playing Ron Massey Cup. He couldn't even make our fucking reserve grade side.
Well, I think because he was like, was it 26 when he debuted?
Yeah, because he started with Burleigh.
Yeah.
Went to Wenny, went back to Burleigh, Gold Coast, Canberra. Him and Brooksy would be a very interesting halves combo.
It would be.
I don't think Manly lose a whole lot swapping DC to Fogarty with how their play styles are.
I think they're a very similar. They're very similar halfback. I think DCE is a bit more like he does a bit more often play what's in front of him.
Yeah, I was gonna say a bit more off the cuff player where Fogarty's very structured.
Like DCE, if they make like less than 20 meters in 3 tackles, he's kicking the ball fucking all the way up the other end of the field. Like he doesn't care. I think it gives us time we need for Joey. Yeah, look, But oh yeah, definitely.
You said that about Jamie Humphries.
Couldn't have done more to help Galvin succeed. They have the half. Yeah, look, that's what I mean. Like the Tigers have quite literally done. They've done what a club should do with a young player like Galvin, and obviously something hasn't worked out there because.
Well, like look at this. Reece Walsh was a Broncos junior. Warriors went, mate, they won't give you the opportunity. They say you're not ready. We'll give you a go. Suddenly, he kicks on. The Broncos go, we think you're ready now, mate. Come back.
Yeah.
How's this any different?
No, it is exactly the same.
I think the Tigers have done everything right.
No, they have done it. I don't think they've actually done. From what I've read and heard, I think they've played it out perfectly. And because they've taken a stand and like, yeah, we've done everything for this player. Like he's like the future of our club, but we're not letting one player decide what our club does. Like they're standing strong, which is a good look for the club, which is one of the first good looks for the club that they've had in a long time. And they've got like the lucky thing in their situation is they've got Latu, who, like, by all accounts, is an absolute weapon. Just hasn't really. He's been playing some good footy recently for the Tigers, but like hasn't really shone his potential in the NRL.
They're sweet. They dropped Galvin. If Fatu's not quite ready, Dewey's there for a year.
Exactly.
Like they'll be fine. And like the crazy thing is that you got Galvin getting $1 million+ offers, and Fogarty's getting $500,000.
Yeah.
And there's no way that Fogarty is not better than Galvin right now.
Exactly. It's the
potential is worth a lot.
Yeah, it's the environment that's been created at the moment. Like, and the thing is, halves are so hard to come by in their prime. If you can get a possible superstar before his prime for $1 million, which if he kicks on and reaches his potential, $1 million is cheap for a half, a good half.
My only issue is the public humiliation of sorts that they've tried to, that's ended up happening. Like, drop him. Like, fuck him. I'm all for dropping people who are open to leaving if you've got the right people to take over. That's why I'm so against Dylan Brown being dropped, because we have nobody to replace him at the same level.
You don't have it, yeah.
Yeah, but all the cryptic Instagram posts and the not so cryptic Instagram posts, like, it's just a bad look, and it's just opening everything up for the world to see. Like, it's just you gotta have this stuff happen behind closed doors, I think.
Well, like I said before, like the posts are dumb. Luai, he's kind of, he likes playing the villain a little bit. He's done it a lot less.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'd be more surprised if Luai didn't make a cryptic Instagram post.
But like I said, Luai's post as a standalone thing without the Benji and the players talking and stuff and getting him dropped, his post as a standalone, I rate it. I reckon it's fucking cool as. It's like, yeah, right, well, you don't want to play for the team, then don't play.
Yeah.
But and the fact that it's come out like that, if that's going to happen, it should be kept quiet. Like you said, behind closed doors, the players can all. I don't blame the players for not wanting him to play, but it shouldn't come out.
No, and everyone bashing him for it. Like, drop him. We did it. We refused to develop Ethan Sanders.
Yeah.
Penrith refused to develop Isaiah Katoa. Like, these situations are only different because they gave him a crack at 18.
Yeah, I know. And I think that's where the Tigers kind of fan base is is at a crossroads at the moment, because they think that because the Tigers have given him this opportunity and are essentially the reason he is being offered this big money, they feel like he's kind of taking advantage of it. He's a friggin' professional athlete. He's allowed to do whatever the fuck he wants. Like, he is. If Tigers, he doesn't want to be, as a Tigers fan, he clearly doesn't want to be there. Why would you want him there? Just take the fact that he's leaving as a positive. So now that Latu Finu can grow into the player that he should be.
Are any Tigers fans surprised? He's requested 2 releases already.
It was looking really dicey. Was it at the start of last year? Oh, the end of last year.
End of last year.
Yeah, end of last year. It was looking real dicey. And look, now that they're in a better spot, I feel like they think it's getting ripped out from underneath them. But I don't think it is. I think the Tigers are in a better position as a club right now.
Yeah. But it's going to make Easter Monday incredibly interesting. But we'll get to that. But we'll summarize this, because if we don't summarize it, we're already 45 minutes in and we've talked about one thing.
David, I also agree with that. I don't see how you can.
That's like saying
it's a what's it called?
It's a cop out.
Cop out. That's the word I'm thinking of.
It's like Dylan Brown saying that he went to Newcastle for financial security and it wasn't about the money. Yeah. Just say, fuck, Benji Marshall's a dog. I'm a better 5'8" than him. I want to go play with Daddy Moses at Parramatta.
Look, if you're gonna say it, just go all out.
All out. Be in the locker room. Go. Benji's asked me to talk. Tuva, fuck you. Luai, fuck you. I'm going to Para. I want to play with Australia's winger and halfback, not a bunch of fucking Penrith rejects. Drop the mic, walk out.
But I rate that.
The idea of having Daddy Moses and my boy Lockie in the halves gets me toey. Makes me feel a lot better about the fact that Dylan Brown's left us because he hates us. To a club who can't score tries in 4 hours of footy.
Before we move on, what would your reaction be if you don't get him?
Can I be honest? I wouldn't be surprised. Parramatta loves to fucking fumble this shit.
I understand you wouldn't be surprised, but
I'd be. Depends on why.
Depends. It puts you as a club in an incredibly weird situation, I think.
Well, it depends. If we don't get him because we offered him $1 million, and another club offered him 1.2 million, and we went, we're not paying that much.
Yeah,
I can live with that. But if we didn't do it because Lockie said something to fucking oi Brett Kenny, you old fuck, you suck at rugby league. Like, grow up and just fucking let him go.
He goes up to Jason Rolls with a notably big piece on him, and drops his ducks and says, "Look, Jason, I'm the big dick around here."
Boys, you know what you have to do. Only way I'll do this is if we bring Brad Arthur's daughter back to the club. If Dill can have her, so can I.
That's a prerequisite of a 5'8" that plays for Parramatta. They have to have Brad Arthur's daughter.
You see a lineup. Corey Norman comes back. Daniel Mortimer pops up.
These are the past. She has them lined up. These are my past accomplishments.
Do you know what's sad? I have so many former Parramatta 5'8" lined up to just rattle off in order, but we're not going to get to that.
No.
Jared Hayne. Speaking of Jared Hayne, what do we think about his very nice little Facebook post about Easter Monday? And then they went, "You're going to have to wait, mate. You know about waiting away, don't you?" Poor Jared. He's just getting in shape. He just wants to watch Para do well and talk about it. And people give him shit for being a little jailbird.
I've been seeing Jared's been quite vocal on Facebook recently. I've loved it.
Not gonna lie, I think of it as like a burner account, like the Gus Gould one, but I think it's actually him.
Is it real? Because
I don't know. Because it screams Parramatta fan in their mid-30s account.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it screams Chris Gologly 10 years ago if Chris Gologly had a following.
That's what I'm saying, Luke. But look, I have every right
hear me out.
About the Finns.
You want to hear the hot mic? Galvin plays against the Sharks for Parramatta at Magic Round.
Oh, God.
Mate, if I recall correctly, what happened 2 weeks after Easter Monday 2017? A certain Mitchell Moses made the leap across to fucking Paradise.
Yeah.
He went, fuck your jungle.
I'm going to the ocean.
Yeah. I'm a slippery eel. And then we came last the next year. Fuck yeah.
Oh.
I hate my club. Alrighty. We need to segue back to what I wanted to talk about directly after the Oh, that's going to be the whole thing he says all of Magic Round. It is. Tell him he's dreaming. And me, if it's me that's dreaming, if this is your first time listening, Jack is the most positively optimistic person when it comes to Parramatta in the history of Parramatta. It could be 16 Jack Galoglis and a Sean Lane playing, and I've got Para 13 plus with Sean Lane anytime try scorer.
I think the recent grand final is assisting you in the. No, you don't have to save it for Brimo. The recent grand final in 2022 is assisting you in your complete optimism. Because you definitely weren't always this optimistic.
No, I wasn't. The fact that I saw we could win a prelim went, oh, we're fucking back, boys. But if you have a look at that 22 grand final, as of next year, let me just go through. So Gutho gone, Blake gone, Penasini's still there, Simo's still there, Radra, fucking wish it was Radra. Sivo gone, Brown gone, Moses still there, Paulo still there, Marnie gone, Gamble Gallard gone, Lane gone, Paps gone, Nathan Brown gone, Nia Corey gone, Ray Stone gone, Jake Arthur gone.
What was that? 4 players that you still have? 5?
Penasini, Simonson, Paulo, and Moses.
4. Yeah, wow. That's fucking crazy.
Caleb, I need your help here. Do you know what I can see? Can we agree that 2 fullbacks at the halves of Titans exciting anymore?
Well, look, I just don't know what to answer to that because I don't think they're not playing bad individually. They're just something is not working. I don't know I honestly don't know if we can blame it on the halves, but because I think our toughness is what's affecting our performances.
Do you have the same question that I have, Caleb?
What?
Who does Kane Hopper follow in the NRL? Because it can't be Parramatta.
No, it's definitely not Parramatta. Are you a Tiger supporter? I feel like he's a Tiger supporter.
He screams Tiger supporter.
Yeah. Kane.
He screams it so much, his name's actually Benji Marshall Kane Hopper. It's just his middle name. But we'll come back to that. But before we segue into the Gold Coast issues, I do want to just get a bit of an update. So as you guys know, we are doing our Player of the Year. Our Balls of Steel, we like to call it. I know people won't like it, but fuck you, it's our award. Up the Broncos. Oh, good game on Friday. I was at that game. Go Billy Smith. I love Billy Smith so much. So he should be up.
What I can do is I can put this. Briefly put our current Dally M leaderboard on the screen. Just quickly remove us for a couple of seconds, then put us back on. So people can see.
I think we do that, and then people have a bit of a look, and a bit of a chat about it.
Right, yeah. Okay, so now,
wait,
yeah. So this is
our twiddly thumbs for 5 minutes while he's trying to work out how to do it.
No, here we go.
Every time I talk, I pop up. I'm going to be quiet now. All right.
And
sweet. So, what we do for people who are new, myself and Caleb are a singular entity. We are all the balls. And our good friend Cooper also does it, kind of like the Dally M system, 3-2-1 for each game. Ours are a lot better than the NRL's one because we're not 75 years old watching every game with half vision. So as it should stand, Payne Haas has been the best rugby league player in the world this year.
Yes.
Tyrrell May has been Payne Haas 2.0. And then so they're the easy two. Wrapping up the podium, at this rate, could fucking win it in real life. Jai Gray on 14. And then everyone else is kind of dependent on their team winning. Like you've got
yeah.
Yao and Gutho both on 13. Yao has done well to be that high considering how shit Penrith's been.
Yeah.
And then rounding out, you got JC, Preston, Reno, Humphreys, and the fucking flyer, Purdue, sneaking into the top 10 after 2 man of the match performances in a row.
He's had a great few weeks.
If you had to say, mate, who's your Smokey to win the Balls of Steel award?
Right, if I'm picking a Smokey, look, it is really hard to go against Payne Huss at the moment. Oh, that's not really.
That's not really a fucking Smokey, mate. That's
look,
$1
okay,
favorite.
I'm gonna give you a
suspended.
Smokey. I have a Smokey, but it depends if he keeps his position, which I don't think he does. But Jai Gray, if he keeps fullback, I truly believe he'd be up there.
Do you know who my Smokey is?
Who?
Mitchell Moses, because I'm giving him 3 points every game, no matter what happens. And we're 1, so we get.
Actually, look, this is wholly and solely dependent on how we perform. But if the Titans perform, I think Jaden Campbell will be up there too. I'm going to pick him as my Smokey.
I think Gutho and Campbell are my 2 Smokies.
Yeah, Gutho. Yeah, if the teams perform,
but because Luke's still around, this is the biggest balls award. We may still do a biggest balls award. I think that sounds pretty good. Just a hard knocks hard player. The biggest ball. The Ray Stone Award, we should almost call it.
VB. That's like the VB hard award.
Is the biggest balls award.
And then that's just for complete nut truckers, like fucking get in, do the nitty gritty. Like,
the Cam McInnes Award.
Yeah, Cam McInnes Award. Look, that's the biggest balls award, and then we got the Balls of Steel Award, which is like may or may not be semi stolen from the Man of Steel Award from Super League.
No, ours is better because
ours is
Super
better.
League sucks. The pre-pube award can be the Rookie of the Year.
Yep. What else have we got? That's kind of all we need. Pre-pube, biggest balls, and Balls of Steel.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, I think we move on.
Before we jump on to round 7, I spoke about it before. In New Zealand, I believe you can't have gambling or betting sponsors on your jerseys.
Mm-hmm.
So the Broncos have done an absolute godsend and decided to throw fucking everyone's name on the back. And holy shit, they look nice.
Well, look. Let me have a look at these. Where are they? Because I'm yet to see these. So they have their names on the back, do they?
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's just to put it simply, I've been a strong believer for a long time that player names on the back of jerseys is fucking elite. I love it. And apparently the whole reason they don't do it is for like jersey sales and stuff, like if people change positions or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But potato, I fucking absolutely love names on jerseys. And I also cannot find it.
No, unless it was just a shit. It was just a joke. Which for some reason is starting to look like. Let me see if I can find it.
Have you been?
No, I haven't. No, I definitely haven't. There's a rugby league guy who does like jerseys and stuff. What's his name? Rugby. Surely
my
Guru
God. Just a quick change of subject. Devastating news for the Matildas and Mary Fowler. The 22-year-old has suffered an ACL rupture.
I saw that.
That is crazy. Does that mean she's going to be living over here with Nathan Cleary? Just had a testy pop there.
No, I found it.
Okay.
Yes.
Where?
I'm going to send it to you. I just looked up Brisbane Broncos on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, just look at their
Right.
just their main account.
Brisbane Broncos.
It's beautiful. It just looks so clean.
Oh, yeah, baby. Mate, that's just so cool. I love that on jerseys. Like,
Who would have the most jersey sales if this was the case?
in the NRL.
Yeah, I think you got to go. I think top 5. I'm thinking Cleary.
I think Walsh is up there.
I think Walsh is up there. I think you got all the hot boys. I think Ponga's up there.
Ponga would be up there. Paddy Carrigan, possibly.
Smokey, Jordan Ricky.
Jesse Arthurs deserves to, but I don't know if he would. I don't know if he's been noticed enough.
I think Para's got a big enough fan base that you get Moses jerseys out there.
Yep.
Nico, maybe.
Nico. Who? Yeah. I think in the top 10 there would be at least 4 Broncos in there. They've got a hot team. They got a huge fan base.
Pappy would probably get one. I think Pappy's the most popular Melbourne player.
You think about probably the Roosters. What they
Not
got
really.
there?
The Wars? Who's a big Wars player? Fish,
probably RTS. Or no, you know who would probably? DWZ.
Yes, DWZ.
I feel like he's a cult favourite there.
Oh, he's 100% a cult player there. He's probably, It's food for thought.
Yeah. I just think that would go. I would love to have name jerseys. Seriously. It'd be awesome.
I just don't get why they don't. I think they just hate us.
I think that's it. They hate us. But let's move on to.
Is it time to preview the next round?
I think it's time to preview the next round. I was going to talk about the Titans, but there's not really much to talk about. It was just a shit game. Simple as that. We played shit.
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I've already had my massive fucking bitch and moan on my Tuesday night stream. You don't want to talk about it.
No, I don't have the energy to. You don't have the energy to. No, so let's skip it. Right, so first game
Gold Coast revenge is in the form of Manly at 4 Pines on a Thursday night.
Look, Manly like to perform at 4 Pines.
Dragons can't win 2 in a row.
Am I mistaken for thinking
Someone's
that the Dragons beat Manly last time?
They did beat Manly last year, and then Manly fucked them up the night before.
That's right. Yeah, they took a fucking. What'd you say? Someone's dropped out.
Yeah, previous meetings, 30-14 they won on my birthday last year. How wonderful. Thank you, Manly. What a cool birthday present watching the Tedeschi's be upset about their club. Thank you. And then the time before, Dragons beat them. Look.
So I've come back in. Tuapolotu's out.
Alare's out.
Look, friggin' Toby Couchman from the Dragons. What are you thinking in terms of him in an Origin squad?
Hayden was saying that not too long ago. He thinks he'll be in the squad. He'll be in and around it.
I think he'll definitely be in the squad this year. He is a fucking he's a weapon of a player. I love everything he does. He screams Origin player at the moment.
I think.
But your forward pack is also incredibly hard to get into.
Who are you going to drop? Haas, who's our age. Meg's a year older than us. Martin's our age. Crichton's not even 30 yet. Yow's nearly 30, maybe. Lenyu's our age. Barnett's getting up there. And then Olakau'atu's our age.
That's sickening.
And then, yeah. All right.
Yeah. If I make up...
Go.
Yeah, I do not think he would. I think it would take injuries for him to get in. Put it that way.
It would, and for that reason, I'm tipping Manly.
I'm tipping Manly as well. I think they.
Who did Manly play last week? Sharkies.
Sharks. Yeah. A game which I will say again, I did not watch a single second of.
I didn't watch it, but I had a good reason to. Surprise, surprise. The podcast doesn't pay the bills just yet.
No, it doesn't.
Yes.
which is an absolute fucking outrage if you ask me. But
All I hope for is that Dylan Egan becomes a late inclusion again.
is he in your fantasy team?
I think so.
He's not in my fantasy team. I think I was too late.
I've gone Connor Watson and Kalen Ponga for Dylan Egan and Jaden Campbell.
Have you really? Traded Ponga out.
He's shitting me. Shitting me to tears. So at the moment, my back three is Brimson, Campbell, and Garrick.
I've got Campbell, Drinkwater, Ponga, and who else has I got?
You're welcome, by the way. If you didn't listen to me, you would have had Lomax and would have had to trade him out anyway. How's Drinky been playing this year, mate?
He's been decent. He's been decent. I'll give him that.
Do you have Kidione Cortoga?
I do.
Have a break, have a Kit Kat. I'm designing that poster as we speak. So I was going to say have a break, and then have a, and then just a photo of Cortoga.
Did you trade Gajewski out?
I'm going to hold off because he's not. I'm thinking Nicholson has to go now that Hosking's back.
I was going to trade Gajewski for Hugo Savala if he's going to keep that spot.
Yeah, but I have so many Roosters players.
I have two. Two. Because I think I'm trading Watson out this week.
Well, I had four. Watson, Wong, Sandon Smith, and Robert Toyer.
Oh, I have Wong. So, yeah, I do have three. Anyway, on to the next game. The Bulldogs and Rabbitohs. This could be a good game. I believe Burton. I believe
Burton and Kickson back.
Yeah, I think they're back.
So this is the first time this year that we will see full strength doggies.
Which is fucking crazy.
Because Kiraz didn't play. So I'm going to assume Jack Todd hops out for kicks. Does that sound about right?
I believe so. It does sound right.
Campbell Graham back on the wing, which is interesting.
I've heard that Lewis Dodd is playing off the bench.
You would be correct, mate.
What will he be doing there?
Not much. Joshua Schuster in the reserves. He's back.
Yeah.
That is a terrible photo of him.
I'm trying to get it up, but it's not loading for some reason.
I'm going the Bunnies.
He played reserve grade last week.
He did, because if I'm being honest, I saw a TikTok of his partner vlogging it.
All right.
Yeah.
You are not wrong in saying that's a terrible photo.
He looks a bit like what's his name? It'll come to me. I'll tell you later. If I'm being honest, there's probably a good chance that's just us two talking to each other right now. I'm going upset. Doggies are going to lose. I'm going the Bunnies. Good Friday. Shit always happens on Good Friday.
Look, I'm going to go for an upset as well. Surely the
Can we really see? Can we really see Troll Mitt losing?
No, I can't see Troll Mitt losing. I'm gonna go the Rabbits for the upset.
Bunnies by 1. Troll Mitt kicks the winning field goal.
Would not surprise me in the fucking slightest. Does that mean the game's gonna be like 10-all because the Dogs can't score points?
No, they scored points against Gold Coast.
Nah, I know that was just a cheap shot at them.
Yeah, sorry. That was a bit of a cheap shot at Gold Coast.
No, we deserve it, mate.
All right, Melbourne Dolphins. I think this will be surprisingly close.
I think it's going to be close. I think the Dolphins. I don't think the Dolphins will win, but I think they've got a little bit. They've got enough confidence to not get smoked by Melbourne.
Oh, Farlongo's moved onto the wing because Leo. Francis Molo, gross. Fuck off, dog. I hate you.
He's an absolute fucking disgusting.
Why is Ray Stone dropped?
Ray Stone of one of the best players in the whole comp.
Ray Stone as the best forward in the game. If he ever wants to come back to Parramatta, I will have him with open arms.
The best game-winning try against, was it Melbourne?
Yeah, he did his ACL stepping and scoring the try.
That's one of the best things I've seen.
I blacked out that night, fun fact.
That was fun. I'm going to go Melbourne by 8.
I'm going to go Melbourne by 14. Couple late tries.
Yep.
This one was Broncos. This is a tough one.
It is a tough one because
Broncos don't like playing in New Zealand.
They also don't like
winning
at the moment. Yeah, to put it simply. And that's crazy to say about a team that's coming third, but you know what? It seems true, so I'm going to stick with it.
Oh, yuck.
What?
Have a look at the Warriors lineup and see if you can work out why I'm saying yuck. You've been looking at it too long. I think you've skipped past it.
Wait. What am I missing? Oh my god. Why?
Are we looking at the same thing?
Are we looking at Kurt Capel playing at centre?
Yep, up against Katoni Staggs. Yuck. I'm changing my tip because of that one move.
Dude, there's no way.
You put Nia Corey in the centres instead, surely.
Why is he playing there?
Morgan Harper's in the reserve. They might make a...
They have to change that. He cannot keep up with centres these days. I'm sorry.
Do you not remember what happened in Origin?
Yes, I do. Very vividly. He was trying to defend fucking Turbo.
21 Turbo.
Yeah. I was at that game and it was fucking disgusting.
I'm going to Origin this year.
Yeah.
Bro won in Bloochies Blues.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Get my week.
Game 1, Suncorp, eh?
Yep. Terrified.
I think you're going to be right.
I think I'm going to start a fight in the crowd. It's after Magic Rounds. I can live with it. And I don't know if I want to go watch Parramatta versus Broncos this year.
we will be if we do our content we have planned. We have in the pipeline.
We'll do. We also need to organise a certain Parramatta Gold Coast game.
We do.
I don't think we'll be sell out, so I think we're sweet.
No,
we could probably order it. I think we could walk up 10 minutes before the game and buy a ticket.
I reckon we'll be able to walk up and they'll be giving tickets away for free.
I think so too. I'm torn on this one because, not going to lie, Broncos look better without Jack Gajewski.
I'm going to go the Broncos for this game.
I'm going to stick with my original pick. The Wires will make it work.
Okay. I'm going Broncos.
I'm not confident in the sliders. I am going Katoni Staggs by however he wants to score.
Yeah. Roosters Penrith. Another tough game to pick.
Billy Smith's not playing. I'm going Penrith. Oh, Luke Garner's in the centres going Roosters.
Look,
what the fuck's every back row playing in the centres?
I know.
Why is Isaac Tago on the bench? What am I missing here? What's going on? I'm confused, Caleb.
So Luke Garner gets the centre spot. Isaac Tunga was now playing a forward off the bench, apparently.
I'm lost, bro. I'm lost.
I'm extremely lost. Look, this game is so hard to pick because
Mark Nawaqanitawazi's back.
Last week, I thought, look, Dylan Edwards is back. He's gonna make a big difference in Penrith. He did not.
Mitch Kenny's back, which is a big in.
He is a big in. Look,
Penrith are gonna win. I don't know how.
They cannot win. They can't lose 6 games in a row. Like,
did Radley play last week? He did. He came off the bench.
Yeah.
Oh, Penrith in a close one. Mark Nawaqanitawazi to score 65 tries against Luke Garner. Anytime multi-hit boys, Katoni 2+, Mark Nawaqanitawazi 2+. Oh, finally a game where I'm not seeing back rows in the centres. I was waiting to see Bo Fermor there.
Well, he's played centre the last 2 weeks.
Is Fafita a shout in fantasy if he keeps starting? Because he's cheap.
He's doing a lot.
And I don't think he's going to get this cheap. He's 670 something.
Mm. It's a good shout.
Caleb, I hate to say this.
I know because he's cheap.
Huddy Young's worth like 800k.
Yeah.
Hate to say this, mate. I've got Canberra by murder.
Yeah. Look, after seeing what Canberra did last week, I'm obviously tipping the Titans, but in a close one by 12. But it's a fucking hard game. I looked at last week's game and I thought it's going to be a hard game against the Dragons. This is going to be harder.
I apologise for playing Tomoko and Weeks back into form.
Yeah, thanks for that. That was fucking
my bad.
Yeah.
By the way, that was not a fucking penalty try last week. That is complete and utter horseshit. And I'm so angry about it.
That is one of the worst calls I have ever seen.
And he won the race to the ball.
He also barely got touched.
I don't think the touch affected him.
Neither do I.
Caleb, I'm upset.
Like, who was it? Savage. Savage is walking back and he's like, how the fuck did I just get that try? Like, he had no idea how that happened.
I apologise for saying that Hayden was a useless fucking spastic. Obviously watched footy with his eyes closed. That may have been uncalled for.
But if he believes
that was a terrible call. Maybe I'm right. I take it back. I've made everything I said. Start watching Parramatta games with me. You know how this fucking ends.
Yeah, look, I'm going to go Titans in a close one, 1-12. But
I don't think it'll be murder. I think you'll bounce back, but their forward pack looks good right now.
It does. What I'm really worried about, what I'm really hoping it doesn't happen, not worried about, is that we don't just not be able to score the entire game and then score 3 tries in the last 10 minutes.
You just love doing that, eh?
It gives me the fucking shits.
We just hate shit you to tears.
It shits me to rugby league tears, mate.
Alrighty. If we can do well to get this done within an hour and a half, I'll be happy.
Me too. We move on to the next game, the Knights and the Sharks.
Sharks done murder.
I believe the Sharks will absolutely fucking pump the Knights this week.
All I want is once this year for Leo and Tyrone to be in the front row together.
Why has that not happened yet?
I don't know.
It really, really annoys me.
I thought I read that Iro was back. I was mistaken.
I read that he was back.
Who is Paul Bryan? And why does he have the name of a 35-year-old when he's 22?
Where is Paul Bryan?
Number 19 for the Knights.
Aha, Paul Bryan. That's
the most basic name, and your birthday's 1st of January.
That's a dual first.
He's not a real person. It's not a real person. Paul Bryan does not exist.
I'm going to go Sharks by rugby league humping.
Yeah, and Britton Nakora to score off a sexy short ball from either Braden or Nico.
Yes. Now,
which is suddenly
has been waiting.
Quickly become the game of the round.
Yes.
Let's look at this. Ins for Parramatta. Tuivati, Moses, Dory, Tuolangi, Papali, Williams, Hands. Out. Sean Lane. Joe Offahengawi. I don't give a fuck about the other two. I just want to say those two. Alrighty. Let's have a look. Taruva. Useless fuck. Addo Carson scored 6 on him. Brent Naden. Loved doing cocaine before grand finals, not playing. Pennis's going to score 6 on him. Luke Lily. I hate spelling your fucking surname. Simonson's scoring 6 on you. Tui, you're a lanky, Lebo, wish version of Moses. He's scoring 7 on you. Kit Kat. He's going to do a rugby league humping. We've got the darkest man and the whitest man up against each other. Kit Kat wins by a landslide. Yeah, that's about it from me. Fuck, I'm happy Moses is back. Holy shit.
I'm tipping Para wholly and solely for the man that is named Mitchell Moses.
Hear me out. Rugby league humping. I've got a feeling we're going to win. Jack Williams is back. I like Jack Williams.
When you have Moses, when Moses is playing, you have a real tendency to get on rolls and not be able to stop scoring. And I believe that could happen this week.
Ken Kelmer learned to fucking tackle.
No, that's asking for way too much.
Damn. All right. And next question. Which bench front rower is named at 9 while Riley Smith moves to the bench? Is it A, Luca Moretti, B, Matt Dory, or C, Sam Tuivati? I'm locking in Matt Dory. Matt Dory started dummy half for us this weekend.
Yep, I like it.
It'll be a good game.
It will be a good
game.
game.
Kind of we were in the game the whole time, the first half hour.
Yeah. They just, I think, used lost confidence at the same time. They gained an immense amount of confidence, and that was kind of the downfall of Views.
I just don't want Taruva to score, Caleb. That's all I want.
Did he score a hat trick on his last time?
No, he only scored 2 because he's not that good at rugby league. He's Luke Garner level for me at the moment.
I'm actually very quickly gathering that. I think he might
surpass Luke Garner.
I've been getting that vibe, and you've yet to admit it to me, but now you just have live.
It's the fucking stupid Instagram post for the guy whose literal job is to walk 3 meters and put a ball down. Cool. I can fucking do that.
Oh, fuck.
You have to follow your butt buddy Jerome around, otherwise you can't play first grade. Well, they're winning by 100.
Yeah, I'm going to go
a home game, but their home game is fucking Combank Stadium. It takes two shit clubs to make one mediocre club. Fuck, I hate the Tigers.
Well, look, it's going to be a good game to watch. I'm excited for the fireworks, and yeah, I think Parra.
Can't wait to see Galvin and Parramatta in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah.
While Dewey's on the sidelines with a ruptured hammy.
Well, I don't wish.
I'm sorry,
Dewey.
I take that back.
I really like Dewey as a person.
So do I. I take that back. I hope it happens to Taruva instead. And Jack Bird, because fuck Jack Bird.
Oh my god! If we ever blow up, these are gonna have to be deleted off the face of the earth, so that we don't ruin our relationship with every rugby league player of all time.
I want to organise a charity boxing event, and I want to be in like 4 other fights.
Let's get a hold of Alpha Blokes and get on their boxing cards.
Yeah. Taruva had a private Instagram account as well, by the way.
Oh, that's bitch shit.
What a coward.
That's bitch shit.
Lua I respect because he had the fucking coldest photo alive out the front of Caxton, which was my lock screen for a good 4 months.
That is, as a Queenslander, I am willing to admit that is one of the coolest fucking posts ever.
One thing I will say that I think we should do, Caleb, because it is that time, I want you to work on your predicted Game 1 Queensland side, and I'm going to work on my predicted Game 1 New South Wales side.
We will come. You want them ready? Not next week. We'll go the week after.
Week after is Magic Round preview.
We can do next week. Oh, as a separate podcast, you mean?
No. We'll have a little insert because the week after is going to be wholly and solely all the stuff we're going to be doing at Magic Round.
Yep.
Which is going to be a marvelous weekend. We didn't get shirts. We can make little shirts for us. We might be able to print some.
We could. It's been a pressing time as I'm going on a cruise in 2 days.
Oh, I forgot to let you know I can't do that.
I'm well aware of that.
I had it in my mind to tell you that I got so sidetracked. This thing we're doing that's taking up a whole lot of Jack's time and mental brain power is really sidetracking me from the rest of my life at the moment.
Yes. Well,
I haven't been getting much sleep.
You and me both, mate.
We need to start a to-do list, Caleb, like a mutual to-do list of a daily task.
I know, we really do. It would make our lives so much easier. Anyway.
I'm going to do it when we finish this. I'm also going to go to get some donuts I want some Krispy Kreme donuts. I have a hankering.
I have a hankering for something. I don't know what it is. I was going to have some vanilla ice cream with Milo on it.
Oh, yum. And you mix that like a bit of a thick shake?
Mate.
Oh, maybe I want that instead.
Should I put some milk in that and make what we used?
No.
Jack and I used to have this thing.
Oh.
And look, by no means are we saying that we created this, but we used to do this thing on a regular basis, which is why we're both unhealthy fat fucks when we were fucking...
Well, Jack's weight loss goal has been going for the last 5 years.
every single time we hung out together or were at each other's house, which was pretty much every week, we would put an obscene amount of vanilla ice cream in a gigantic cup, put a lot of
the
Milo
movie
in it.
World Cup.
Big movie World Cups. Put lots of Milo in it. Put a little bit of milk and then, or whatever milk you want. Make it the thickest. Like you had to chew it. It was you had to chew the thick shake. It was that thick.
It'd come with a cup, a knife, and a fork.
Yeah. I'm making one of those tonight, dude. I want one so bad.
I had one last night.
I've been trying.
But I've learned to use small cups.
A small cup might have to be the go. I still want to look
small cup and skim milk, and I feel better about myself.
I still need to look a little bit respectable on the cruise.
Yeah, but I think that's a good play to call it because I think we have some tasks to follow up on now, big man.
We do have some tasks to follow up on. All right,
alrighty. Have a happy and safe Easter, guys. Fuck the Tigers and go Para.
Fuck the Raiders, go Tits.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Laters.